But Billy, can we have a smile with the press, please? This is Gary Wells. He's about to jump that tower. He's gonna jump the big pencil at Robin Moses State Park. That's all. I'm getting shitty coverage. I'm like forgetting this thing is on and like looking around. Oh, look at this. And here we are. The scene is Robert Moses, field number 3. You get look at this. And I'll be following you. Yes. And then another one. Yeah. The road then. Oh, it's parking lot? Yeah, it's fucking. Watch the beer.
All right, enough of that. Didn't work out quite the way I wanted it. Everybody, teen sensation Billy Tucci here tonight. We're going back to the 80s. And gosh darn, I got to tell you, I'm excited. That was a video of me from 1989 with my motorcycle shooting a video for a school project. And like a lunatic, I'm riding my sport bike without a helmet on, doing about 110 miles an hour on Ocean Parkway on Long Island. Anyway, I'm Billy Tucci. It's the 22nd of April, 2025. Let's do some bros.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most exciting stage show you've ever
Nolen.
I love the new video. I love it.
Isn't that great?
Great.
We rock, man. We rock.
That was put together by Good Stuff. So if you guys need videos, check out Good Stuff on X.
It is good stuff.
100%. Welcome, bros, and welcome back to the 1980s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were all poor.
Well, I mean, I was in high school, so I don't know.
I was rich for it.
Oh, got my stiff stuff.
Oh yeah.
I got stiff
You
stuff
used to
too.
get
Not
the
the bottle.
old lady pregnant, right?
Get the old biatch pregnant with the stiff stuff.
Wait. Graham said he's got some stiff stuff. What is your stiff stuff, Graham?
I said I got stiff stuff too, but it's not in the bottle, Billy.
That's right.
It's bottled up, but it ain't in the bottle.
It ain't
in
in
a
a
bottle.
baby. Yeah. All right. Good times, everybody. So good to see you guys. I'm so happy to see everyone out there watching us today on the Brofessionals. Finally, the 80s are back. Indeed, Griever Enterprises.
Mm-hmm.
Dracar Noir, Andy Smith.
Yeah, right? You know it. Slap that stuff on, make yourself smell nice.
It was the Brute of Fabergé. It's of what Brute by Fabergé was the 70s.
No,
Yeah.
Polo was the 80s, man. Polo.
Polo.
Dude, I karate. High karate.
High karate 70s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I still have a bottle of Polo from like 1986, and it's still good. And I
Is it
wear
the green bottle?
Yeah, I can go.
I got it too. I got one too.
Oh my God.
It's like the first cologne I ever bought,
And
I
it
wear
doesn't even
every
have a
time-
sprayer. You have to put it into your hands. Do this number.
Oh, I think mine.
Oh, yeah.
has a sprayer. I think
Oh, you got
mine
the
has a
sprayer? Okay.
But I wear it every Thanksgiving and every Christmas. That's it.
Yeah.
It's so strong. You know what I
It
mean?
is strong.
Oh yeah.
It's still effective. It hasn't like fallen apart or.
No.
Wow, that stuff will last a
Dude, it's like
nuclear.
a cockroach. It'll last forever.
Yeah.
RT Bear, how are you, buddy?
Good. I'm good. This is a great idea, Billy. I'm starting to flash back. Like I first was thinking, okay, 80s. I was broke. I was poor. I was leaving my parents' house. But you know what? Damn it! I was in a rock band. We were playing the Hollywood clubs, and I lived in Huntington Beach. I was on 5th Street, 5th and Main. I was 5 streets from the pier, from the beach.
5 streets.
How much was your rent back then?
You know what? I think I was paying like $250, maybe $300 a month
Nice.
for a beach. I could see the beach from my apartment. It was 2 stories up, so it was over some of the other houses. So I could see the beach from my apartment.
What do you think that apartment goes for now?
Oof.
$2 grand at least. Probably
look it up.
like 25.
Oh, at least. I mean, probably closer to 2.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, I mean, we got apartments in our East Aurora here that are like $1,500 to $1,800 a month.
All right, I'm gonna see.
1,200. I was thinking 12,000
Oh,
down
I'm
there.
gonna see. You're probably right, Huntington.
the apartment went. So this isn't the 80s, but since we're talking about apartments, my first apartment in Florida in '91 was $500. It was a 1-bedroom, living room, kitchen, little area for a dining table. $500. I looked it up recently, and now it's 12. So
1,200.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It says that under 2,000. I guess there are some 1-bedroom for under 2,000.
Well, what kind of people live there, Art, these days?
Yeah, people like these scumbags.
Scumbags.
Scumbags. But you know what? Actually, I'm looking at some of these Zillow rentals, and you're right, Graham, like 3,900.
Yeah, there you go.
2,700, 3,600. Yeah. There's one for 21, 22, but these are not even close to the beach. Like I was like on the beach practically.
Yeah.
So yeah. That apartment is still there. Those are still there. They were just kind of like these little bungalows. Like the outside wall was the inside wall. You know what I mean? Like the ceiling or the roof was the ceiling. Like there was no insulation or anything.
Oh, really?
But to be honest, you didn't need it. You didn't need it
out there
because the weather was always perfect. And my neighbor was the lead guitar player, Tony Palacios, for that Christian band Guardian.
No way.
Yeah.
So this is before he became famous and rich.
No. They were rocking the churches then, man. They already had an album out and everything. Yeah.
So they were real, like legit Christian guys.
Yeah, they would open up for what was it, Striper in the day.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm not up on my Christian bands, so
You're not up in your Christian.
You know what? All
what?
you need to know, Graham, is to hell with the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I know,
big
because I was listening to Highway to Hell. So
That's right.
that has nothing to do with hell, actually.
no, it doesn't.
No, it has to do with marriage, right? I think.
No, it's the road. It's the highway to hell. It's like endless touring and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
My favorite
Nice.
rock band.
Well, guys, let's do Today in Comics history first, because that's
Let's
Oh.
do it.
what.
I said, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we usually start with. So, 2 things. One, today, on this day, in the year of our Lord, 1923, 4/22/23, the oh-so-fetching, yes,
Oh, behave.
Jenny May Page was born today.
Oh,
Oh, hello.
Hello, noise, right? I
Wait,
mean,
they were making that stuff back in 1923. That's nice.
well, they made her in 1923.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Talking 53 or something when it started. All these
Oh, I know, but
sexy,
you know,
fetishy things. But look how fucking cute she is, man.
What
Look at
was
that.
she there? Honestly, what was she like in her mid-20s there, or was she in her
I'd
30s?
say so. I don't
She's
know.
on there. I bet you she's under 20 right there.
You think so?
no, I'll bet no, because these are
No.
in the 50s, so she's got to be in her 30s. Got to be close
What?
to 30.
No way.
Yeah, that's right. Graham is 100% right.
Yeah.
So she aged well.
Look
Oh,
at
hell
that.
yeah.
Holy shit. Woo! I'd buy that. For
Even making something as boring looking as that high-waisted thing look good. Now, there you go. That's almost modern day.
That's like modern day, ain't it?
I like that she's got a bathing suit in the middle of a farm.
Yeah.
With some guys
Well,
And
looking.
the
there's a
high
pump.
heels too. The high heels.
Yeah, the high heel beer belly right here looking.
Yeah, look at that.
Every
He's
farm
not
has
even
a
looking
pump.
at her.
So.
He's not even looking at her. He's like looking to the side, like, is that my cattle over there?
Look at that, the John Buscema leg spread there. Open
Hey,
legs.
hey.
That's what John always used to do at cons. He would stand like that.
That's, well, you know, you're packing what John did. You had to.
Look how freaking cute. Man.
Yep. How
adorable.
tall was she? Does anybody know?
I think she's 5'6". She's pretty tall, I think.
Oh, wow.
I believe she is. Maybe Marcus could tell us or someone like that.
Now that's a
Aaron,
good,
He had him
that's a
looking
cute
at her
pose.
fingertips.
That and also, I mean, not necessarily comics, but of course, she was a huge inspiration. A muse. if
5'5".
you will. What?
She's 5'5".
5'5". Oh, someone's calling me. Someone's calling me who's not watching our show right now. All right. Thanks a lot.
Was that the creature from the Black Lagoon music?
Yes, of course. Yeah, that's my ringtone. Call me.
Nice.
When you guys call me right now, and you'll see. Except for you, Art, you can't call.
That's right.
Thanks.
You need to have a cell phone to do that.
I can't believe you still don't have a cell phone.
I have a phone though.
Look at that.
That doesn't even count.
That doesn't count.
Doesn't count. And
In
then,
the 80s,
And I have a horse.
and then on this day in the year of our Lord, 1967, one day after my friend Elise was born, who created The Amazing Race, and it's won like 13 Emmys or something like that.
Nice.
This movie debuted. I am not familiar with it, or at least I don't remember it. But if you guys remember a little bit of Gappa.
What was this? Gappa.
Gappa.
1967.
God bless.
Why did it say 1967?
That's the year that it came out, 1967, April 22nd.
Here on this very world,
Oh, okay.
are hidden mysteries. Mysteries better left alone. Or if they
Never
are
heard of
discovered,
it. Comics
they
or-
could
or
destroy
what?
the world.
No, it's a Japanese
now,
monster
An
movie.
expedition goes to a strange South Sea island.
Uh-oh, looks like Graham's getting an idea for 31 Days of Monsters this year.
Gappa.
And Graham, you know Billy doesn't read
Too.
comics.
A forbidden jungle.
This is not a Toho.
A forbidden village.
No.
Breaking taboos that anger the gods.
Gappa. Gappa angry.
Oh, there's Rodin's egg.
Gappa. Gappa angry. Angry.
Ah,
Like the kid's doing blackface. What the hell?
Practically
Whoa.
is Rodin.
there's two of them.
Just like Rodin.
Gappa.
Gappa's the ripoff of Rodin.
Yeah,
Right.
it sounds like it. Looks like it.
I don't know if they fly, though.
Selfish whim of a magazine publisher.
In this park, I will have strange.
The selfish whim of Marvel Comics.
Results in horrible destruction.
Oh, that's like Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg definitely watched this.
Right?
Those F-104s. Oh, they do fly. Look, it's like Baby Gappa and Brother Big Gappa. The siblings.
It's not too derivative on any level.
No.
No.
How much fun would it be to work on these movie sets where you get to just destroy things and burn things? And
Just
Yeah.
blowing shit up.
Yep. What the?
Monsters can actually think And in addition, they can
They
communicate
can think
with
about
others
killing
of their own
you.
species.
And that would make Thunderbirds proud.
Yeah, right?
Worldwide terror.
Kappa!
That was cool with the giant beak.
I don't
They
think
had a
those
hard
people were
time
actually.
making stuff fly back then.
67?
That's Joppa music.
Kappa's gay.
Oh,
I can see why American International didn't release this one.
Kappa! There you go. Thank you very much. All righty then. So, Art Thibert, I'm going to move you up here because you're so handsome. You said you have a list. You have compiled a list of the top 10 films
Yeah.
and albums or songs of the 1980s. Is this true?
Yeah. Well, I haven't compiled it. I just kind of Google search real quick. You want me to present myself to you?
Present yourself, and then we'll hit with
Would you like
present
the
yourself.
full frontal? Full frontal? Is that?
yeah, Kappa.
Yeah, show us the Gappa.
I'm gonna show you the Gappa.
Show us one of them rock chick groupies Gappas while you're at it.
All right. Hey, speaking of rock, when I had that Huntington Beach apartment, my friend was good friends with Tommy Lee. So Tommy Lee did our outgoing message. Remember when messages were big, like answer machines?
Yeah, yeah.
Really big. Yeah. So we had an outgoing by Tommy Lee.
Remember when
Hi,
they were
I'm
on
Tom-
tapes?
What's that?
Remember when they were on tapes? Like
Oh,
cassette
yeah,
tapes?
this was on tape. Yeah.
So what did he come over and say, was he like friends with you guys? And he's like, yeah.
No, my friend got it, went to his apartment, whatever, in LA and got it and brought it back. And it says something like, Dan and Art can't come to the, or not, no, it goes, I'm Tommy Lee, rocker Tommy Lee. And Art and Dan can't come to the phone right now, but if you leave a rocking message, they'll pick up or whatever and call you back. Beep.
Very nice. So is this your thing right here, Art? Here we go.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
All right. Let's see what you got there, Homo. What do we got going on here?
I got the Homo movie. Well, you know what? It starts with number one. We shouldn't do that. That's giving it away too fast. Let me see. Okay, so top 10, or you want to go back further?
No, top 10's good. I mean, we want to scroll through them, kind of.
Okay, top 10. 10 is Three Amigos.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't believe that was in the top 10.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was a great movie. You weirdo.
That's
Maybe
mid
like-
80s. Yeah, so that's 86. A better movie is Airplane, which
There
is
we
number
go.
9.
That definitely
Yeah.
has got to be in there.
Airplane.
Yeah, that's 1980. So I always think of that as a 70s movie, but
Yeah.
1980.
So great.
Yeah, Arthur. Who was the
That's
guy?
a great movie, man.
Dudley Moore.
Dudley
Oh
Moore.
yeah.
That first half hour of that movie, holy crap.
Yeah, that John Gielgud. It's so funny. It's like, shall I wash your penis, sir? Or what was it? The dick, sir. And then he's like,
Yeah,
hallelujah.
he said, perhaps you'd like me to wash your dick for you. You listen.
I
And then
like
he's-
when he would say something mundane and John Gielgud goes, I'll alert the media.
Yeah, yeah.
The media.
As he said,
Yeah.
Hopkins, I think I'm gonna have a bath. I'll alert the media. What about
alert
when
the media.
Liza Minnelli? He's watching. He goes, "It's the perfect crime. She stole a tie." That's what she said. She's stealing a tie. It's the perfect crime. Girls don't wear ties. And then John Gilmore goes, "Yes, Arthur. She murdered the tie. It'd be the perfect crime."
It would be the perfect. You know what? He was the hit of the movie. It wasn't anybody else. That
I
guy
think he
was
won the
perfect.
Oscar for that.
I think
That's
you're right.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, like a best supporting Oscar.
Oh, cool. Back when
So-
Oscars actually were good.
Yeah. Exactly.
So Steve Gordon was a director, writer, Steve Gordon as well. Alcohol billionaire, playboy, Arthur Bach or
Bach.
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 Bach. must marry a woman he does not love, or he will be cut off from his 700. What is that? 750 million fortune. Billion. But when Arthur falls in love with the poor waitress, he must decide if he wants to be in love or if he wants the money.
Who
Whoa.
played the waitress?
Liza Minnelli.
Liza Minnelli.
Oh, that was the waitress. Okay, I don't remember. I've seen it, but
You guys
What are
want
you
to see?
quizzing us on if you don't know it?
Let's see the
As
trailer.
prospectors,
This
we
is not
know
the-
ourselves a boom.
Just-
And booming
you'll
Wi-Fi
skip.
deserves
You'll be able
a
to skip it
booming
soon
phone
enough.
from Xfinity Mobile.
I hate when they stick those damn commercials in.
I know.
Well, we'll just go back.
Oh yeah, what else we got? All right, it's fine. What else we got?
Let's see, what else do we have? So that was Arthur. Let's keep going back. One more. Okay, so then, yeah, that was 8. What is this pop-up stuff? Star Wars episode, what is it? Empire. Oh, it's The Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back.
That was 1980 as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Little competition. So I don't know if anybody knows the plot to that one.
Not really. I'm not familiar with it.
And then Luke
I took a girl
Skywalker.
to see that movie, right?
Oh,
And
really?
Yeah. I took her to see that, and we're sitting there, and this is pre-internet, and you don't know anything about it. It's the next Star Wars movie, and she leans to me before the credit starts, and she goes, "I can't believe that that Darth Vader's Luke's father."
What?
I'm like,
What? What?
You slapped her.
I mean, really? Are you kidding me?
How did she know?
She must have read something, some spoiler in some magazine article or something. But
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't go out with her again.
Thanks a lot,
Nope.
Cheney. Now,
She
wasn't there a
ruined it.
rumor? Now, you guys would know. Did the Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back comic come out before the movie did?
Wait, the
And that's
Empire
what the
Strikes
spoiler
Back
was?
comic
Did the
or
did the
Star
movie?
Wars in general?
No, the Empire Strikes Back comic.
I don't know if it came out before or not, to be honest, because
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
at
don't know.
that point, Marvel was doing really good with Star Wars. So I'm guessing the adaptation of that came out after. I'm
Okay.
sure Marcus will let us know in the chat.
Star
Any
Wars,
minute
they
now,
will.
Marcus. Any minute now.
Yeah.
The comic came out quickly after the first movie, though. The Marvel was putting
No,
out-
the comic came out
No,
before the
Before
movie.
the movie.
Oh, did it? Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. There's a scene in it or something with his friend from
Biggs.
Biggs. Yeah, that's
on
right.
Tatooine.
Stippling
Okay.
Vaughn says the comic came out at the same time as the movie for Empire. That is.
For Empire. So a
for
lot of
Empire,
people
okay.
who bought the comic, just say you're a kid and, Mommy, I want to go see the movie. Friday night. Well, you're not going to the movie Friday night. It's a bunch of hooligans. You go to the Saturday matinee.
And
Oh,
then
we go to
he'll
the
know.
comic
He'll
shop.
know everything. Yeah.
And
he'll
you
spill
sit in the
beans.
balcony with all the other hooligans.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh my gosh! They used to have balconies in movie theaters. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's where all
They
the
used to have
kids
ushers.
go and throw popcorn during shitty movies,
Yeah,
And you
they
could
had
go up-
ushers in movie theaters.
Right. Wasn't there smoking up in the balcony too? You could smoke.
I think so. I think it
All
was.
right. So number 6, 1985. So we're midway through the 80s. Is Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Love that movie.
That is a good movie, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is lightning in the bottle because they could not duplicate that.
No.
After that, I mean, the TV show was okay, but the movie was just the pinnacle. This movie, not
Yeah.
Big
Not
Top
Big
or
Top,
anything.
yeah.
Yeah, not any of that crap. This one was good,
Yeah.
and I like the pitch was like just a boy and his bike or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I like how James Brolin plays him in the movie version at the end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah. Remember the part too when they filmed when he's like paging Mr. Herman, like they double
Yeah,
his
yeah.
voice. But
Yeah.
he's reading the lines, he's sitting there in camera. Oh, this
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah.
This part.
I like when he gets bucked off the rodeo and are you all right, son? He goes, what's your name? I don't remember. Well, where you from? I don't remember. What do you remember? I remember the Alamo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's remember he gets on his bike and his motorcycle. It's the motorcycle, like, go ahead, Pee-wee, or the bike, and he starts fishtailing out.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
crashes into the sign, and it's fucking dummy rolls.
Yeah. You know who the woman was in the biker scene? That's Cassandra Peterson. That's Elvira.
Elvira, yeah. They were good friends. Yeah, they were good friends.
Yeah.
Oh, let's show that scene. Let's find that scene.
Wow, look at a young Josh Brolin.
Is that Josh?
Yeah, the one on the left.
Is it? Jeez.
David Lee Roth.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure is the first one, right?
Yeah.
No, that's 80. Yeah.
That's 85.
What's the scene? What's the scene? Motorcycle, right? Motorcycle. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, these are the Quiet Riot Boys. That's Carlos Carvazzo and Frankie Benelli.
Look at you, Archie, there with the rockers. Oh my God, good stuff.
Okay, let's see if we can.
Here it is, Pee-wee's bike crash. I'm sorry, okay.
There you go. Show it.
All right, hang on. Just give me a second, Art. All right, apologize.
No problem.
I freaking love this scene so much, man. All right, make sure I go big with it. Hang on.
Go big.
Go home.
Go big, Bill Tucci. All right, here we go.
Get your stiffy up.
StreamYard. Share it. All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Yes.
Thanks a lot, dudes.
I hope you play your bike, man.
That's her in the red hair. There's Billy.
You know what the best scene is? The one right before that when he's on the bar doing the dance.
Oh yeah.
He starts throwing the beer mugs down on the ground.
And he's got the big platform shoes he gets from the cook.
Yeah.
The large
Tequila.
bar. Oh my God.
Okay. Let me see.
Hang on. All right. I will let me sorry.
Yeah,
Man,
so the
great.
next one we have is what is it? Trading Places? Is that right?
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Trading Places was good. Did you like that one, Graham?
No.
Oh my God, Jesus!
Who was all in it? Okay, it's John Landis, Eddie Murphy, Dan
Aykroyd, Jamie Lee Curtis,
Ralph Bellamy.
There he is. There's Ralph Bellamy.
Yeah. Photos.
Satan's helpers.
I mean, it was okay. It's not one of my favorites from the 80s.
Look at how young. Oh my gosh, that's Dan Aykroyd in blackface, right?
Oh,
Well, I don't think he's in blackface. I think he's got grease or dirt on.
Yeah,
him.
wasn't it?
Oh, that's Del, the priest Del, Del somebody. Oh no,
Wait a minute.
that's Denham Elliott.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's Denham Elliott. Okay, from Indiana Jones. Don Amici.
Look how young. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
yeah,
no.
That was good. That was all right. I mean, I don't know. It was good.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. You know, not a.
Yeah, not a great movie. Let's see what else do we got. Hey, let's go back. Come on. Man, my computer's being really slow. This movie right here, I think it's funny. There's funny moments, but there's a lot of substance to it too. It's at Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Fast Times.
And
I
I
like
haven't
Fast
seen
Times.
that in ages.
That was the
Yeah.
first movie I saw boobies at.
Oh man.
hey, dude, let's
Already
party.
Great freaking movie, man.
My brother had one of those vans, those VW vans. Those
Did
buses.
he?
Yeah. But yeah, this movie started a bunch of careers too, like Cameron Crowe, Amy Heckerling, brilliant directorial. I think this might have been her first. Sean Penn, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Judge Reinhold.
Oh yeah,
good stuff, man.
You know who Jennifer Jason Leigh's dad is?
I believe
Something with Lee.
No, it's Vic Morrow.
Oh, Vic Morrow's her. That's right.
Yeah, Vic Morrow from Combat.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Phoebe Cates didn't get top billing in here.
Well, she was in it much.
It's her first movie.
She's not in it much, but she's got like one of the most memorable scenes in the movie.
Everybody
Yes, she does.
getting out of the pool.
Oh, look how cute she is. Oh my God.
She's married to
Kevin
oh
Kline.
what's that?
Yes,
Kevin
still
Kline.
to this day, to this very day, she is.
Mm-hmm.
There's that girl from Heart, that Nancy Wilson's in the movie.
She is?
Yeah, she's the chick in the Corvette
Oh.
that when he's driving, he's got the pirate outfit, Judge Reinhold's character,
Oh, that's really her?
and he looks
I didn't know
over at
that
her
was
and
Wilson.
she starts laughing at him. She married that Cameron Crowe, I think. There's Sean Penn
Yep.
with the bong. Yeah. Look at that. Two
Look at those
cuties.
cuties. Man, I love the freaking 80s. Holy shit.
You know what? Everybody wanted to stuff a bagel in their pants, just like Sean Penn.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, look like this scene right here, that little circle thing. That's
Oh, is that the bagel in his pants?
Mm.
I never even noticed that.
Remember, he ordered a pizza during class.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mr. Hand. I used to be able to so imitate him in that. Doesn't that
Surely
make
there's no
$1?
problem with us having a slice on our time.
Mhm.
That was a great movie. I thought there was some really good humor, but also it really captures that time.
100%.
Yeah. Okay, so then we got The Shining, 1980. That made a little bit of a mark.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick, Jack Nicholson, Shelley Duvall. Danny Lloyd is the little kid, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
You know,
Scatman Crothers is in that.
yeah, he dies horribly.
Yeah.
Oh, Scat. Oh, yeah. Danny.
God, spoiler alert.
Did
next time.
Danny Lloyd grow up to be somebody? The kid?
No, but there's this great interview show. It's Billy Corgan, and he interviews people, and I forget the kid's name. But he was in all those 80s movies like Stand By Me, The Goonies. He's the kid.
Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman, yes. And he said that he was up for that Danny Lloyd part. And if you think about it, he is that guy. He is that same character. He said he was too young, though. So they went with Danny Lloyd because he was a year older. Yeah.
1980. Wow.
Yeah, 1980. So then we got National
Good year of
Lampoon.
film. So we have Fast Times. No, is Fast Times 1980? No, The Shining.
Yeah, 82 is Fast Times. Shining is 80. National Lampoon's Vacation, which was okay, but the first Vacation was by far the best.
Yes.
I can't believe this was number 2, though.
No. Where's Aliens?
That's ridiculous.
Where's
where's
the Terminator?
Yeah,
Back
no
to the
doubt.
Future.
Yeah, Marty Bear. Where's the fucking Terminator, bro?
Where the hell's
This is-
Rambo?
This is IMDb, man.
Bro.
But you were not DB.
That's right. I want the IMTB, as in T.
Well, let me see. If we go further back, we got Coming to America. We got Raiders. These will be runners up. We got Breakfast Club. We got Easy Money. We got The Goonies, Beverly Hills Cop, Clash of the Titans, The Naked Gun, from Files from Police Squad, Gremlins. Actually, there's a couple of these movies from that kid.
By the way, they released the trailer for the new Naked Gun with Liam Neeson.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, it actually looks pretty funny.
It does look good.
Oh, it
You
does.
saw the trailer for it?
Yeah. We got the Karate Kid 1984, that little goofy golf area where he's on the date with the girl. That was in my neck of the woods. That's where I grew up. So that place was called Golf and Stuff.
Oh wow, that's cool.
My dad got his nose broken there. Like he took my nieces there to go goofy golfing, show them a good time, and some wackadoo kid just smacked the ball across, and then he comes out of nowhere and hits him right in the face and breaks his nose, man.
Ooh.
I just like that it was called it was literally called goofy golfing at the time. That's what the sign said and everything.
I think it did say goofy golf. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, here's a classic. 21. This is Spinal Tap, 1984.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Scarface, 1983.
Say hello to my little friend.
You talking to me?
You
Oh, that's
talking
where he buries his face in a big pile of cocaine.
I cannot believe Spaceballs is on here, and we haven't even had Aliens or Predator.
Yeah, or History of the World Part 1.
Right. So Spaceballs is 23. Nightmare Before Elm or on Elm Street is 24. Yeah, before Aliens or Pink Floyd, The Wall, 82. Full Metal Jacket.
Who saw
Planes and Trains. That's a disgrace that far down.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It should be higher than that. Was it Vacation?
Yeah, National Lampoon Vacation.
Can I have a real quick? Crazy Cat, that was me. I timed you out. I was trying to showcase show your thing, and I was doing too much, and I accidentally timed you out. So I apologize.
Boomer.
Yeah, Planes, Trains, Automobiles should be way, way up there. That's one of those movies that every time you watch it, it's like seeing it for the first time. There's a lot of emotional shit going on in that movie.
Totally.
Which movie?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Wow.
And it's all low key. It's like none of it like hits you over the head. And then when that revelation happens, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That guy has nowhere to go. Like it's so crazy. Yeah.
Yep.
Spoiler, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I heard what's the name?
Movie.
Yeah, Matthew Broderick said, I read the script. I had absolutely no idea what this was about. It's like, yeah, it figures. That guy's not cool at all. He played one of the coolest characters in film, but the guy is not cool at all.
He killed somebody in Ireland.
Oh yeah, he hit him with a car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Him and the horse face chick, right?
Yeah, that's supposedly
it's called his wife.
His wife, sorry.
Yeah,
that was
Hollywood thinks she's attractive.
Yeah,
yeah. Star Wars 30. We're still not. 31 is each. Oh, come on. This is not right. I wonder what they rated these things on. Cracking Up.
What is that? Who even remembers that?
I haven't even heard of that movie, for God's sake.
Jerry Lewis is the director.
Is that when he plays the Japanese hibachi chef, real racist and stuff like that?
It says Cracking Up. It's Jerry Lewis, Milton Berle, Sammy Davis Jr., Foster Brooks. Wow.
It's an airline pilot.
Pilot. That makes
Isn't he he plays an alcoholic always, right?
Yeah. He did a skit with Dean Martin about being an airline pilot.
I'm gonna find that, Graham.
Dean Martin's sitting at the bar, and Foster Brooks comes in. They start up a conversation, and he says, "What do you do?" I said, "I up in the sky. up with the clouds." He says, "Are you a pilot?" He goes, "Are you a pilot too?"
So great.
Those big fluffy thing. Oh, he's hysterical.
Wait, yeah. Hang on, here we go. I gotta
shit, look at this. Like he's hanging himself, but the cord's too long.
I do remember this.
I don't remember
this. Oh shit.
Then they would be like, oh my God. Oh, because this is when people are fucking tough. You know what I mean? And they're like, there's really
look at his body though. It's like he's really trying.
Hilarious.
Oh my God.
Here's the setup. Okay, well that's a movie cracking up that we've never heard of.
Let me I'm gonna pause it for a second, all right?
Okay.
Let me just I gotta do the Foster Brooks thing, and I don't care.
Oh, You got it? Because I
I
found
got it, Graham. I got
Okay,
it. I don't
okay.
care if I get struck because it's just too great.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Have you seen this art?
No, I haven't.
All right, get ready.
Excuse me, have you ever been in Schenectady?
No, I never was in Schenectady.
Neither was I. Must have been a couple other guys. But I still have a feeling that I've seen your face someplace else.
No, it's always been right here. Right on top of my neck. Maybe you've seen me on television.
Oh no, I've never been on television. Say, is it all right if I join you? I just dropped in for a little drink to settle my nerves before I go to work.
What sort of work do you do?
I'm an airline pilot.
Look at Dean Martin.
Well, how did you get to be an airline pilot?
I used to be a bus driver, but I quit. Too many drunks on the road.
What do you fly?
Oh, it's one of those big gray metal things with sticking out on the side.
Wings?
Oh, you an airline pilot too?
No, I've been pretty high in my time. Did you ever have any close calls as a pilot?
Oh, yes, sir, especially since they moved the men's room to the back of the plane.
I was on a flight from New York to LA a couple weeks ago, and the plane lost an engine.
Oh, don't worry, it'll turn up. You know, there's a lot of pressure being a pilot, flying way out there and high in the air and all above all those white fluffy things.
Clouds?
You sure you're not a pilot?
Dean.
He was so good keeping in character.
And you know, at the same time, it's quite a sobering thought and a very inspiring feeling to realize that there are hundreds of people on my plane, all depending on me.
He just can't hold it.
To that, I happen to hold their lives right in the palm of my hand.
Look at him. Tino's losing his shit.
Yep. He's just, oh.
Oh, I got it.
Yes.
Yes. I got to get to the airport because I'm flying a 747. I'm flying a 747 to London tonight, and the plane is scheduled to leave precisely 1 hour and 43 minutes ago.
Who's at the piano?
Look at he sobers up like that. That was so cool. Like when he's on those Dean Martin roasts, they would say, "Oh, and here's Foster Brooks to talk about Don Rickles," and he's sitting there, he's laughing, and as he's walking up to the dais, he gets drunker and drunker, and then he's right into character, and he's oh my god, he's so good.
That was awesome.
Great stuff.
I love it when they break character like that. That's like Tim Conway in the Carol Burnett show making
oh my god, yeah.
What's his face there?
Harvey Korman.
Harvey Korman, loses shit.
Yeah, and Corman always lost it.
When he did the
Oh,
knife
yeah.
thing
Yeah.
with the puppet, he's the interrogator with Lyle Wagner, and he just goes, he brings out a little Hitler puppet.
Oh, how about when he's the dentist?
Losing
Oh,
it.
the dentist is one of the
When Harvey
best.
Corman's in the dentist chair,
Yep.
and he gives himself the shot in the arm.
Oh yeah, Tim Conway. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's hilarious. Yeah.
Totally.
There's
Find that
another
one.
good Foster Brooks one where he's roasting Don Rickles, and he talks about, you know, he calls him Don Pickles, and he says, Mr. Pickles, you and I have something in common. Your wife.
All right, find it. Let's play it.
Yeah. Did you find it?
No, I'm just saying we might as
Oh,
well.
yeah,
We
yeah,
already
we
played
should
that
play it.
Dean Martin one.
And then he goes on about how you know, he's at Rickles' house and stuff, and he goes, oh, incidentally, you're out of scotch.
Oh man,
I'll find it. I'll find it.
Yeah, why not? Let's play. Yeah, Chris Giuliano had a 100% Cannonball Run.
Oh,
Was one of
Cannonball
my
Run
favorites.
was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are right. I saw another list. That was IMDb that I was reading from, but those movies you guys were talking about were definitely in the top 10 there. So yeah,
Good
Aliens, Ghostbusters, you know.
All right,
I
excellent
think,
work.
okay,
Excellent.
I got it.
You got it. All right.
Yeah, here you go.
Are you sure? I am.
I think this is it.
So, are you sure you're not a pilot?
Our next speaker has never met John Rickles. Boy, that's a lucky guy. But he asked especially if he could come here tonight just to pay tribute to him. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Mr. Foster Brooks?
You go full screen, Art, Graham.
What's that?
Go full
Go
screen.
full screen.
Can I go full screen?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. As the Puerto gentleman just told you, I have never met Don Rickles. In fact, he's probably wondering what I'm doing here. He has never even seen. He has never seen me before. He has never heard of me, and our paths have never crossed. However, Mr. Rickles, you and I do have an indirect relationship. You see, I'm fooling around with your wife. So you see, we do have something in common. I hope you understand, Don, that we have tried to keep this very, very discreet. So don't tell anybody, will you? My wife would be furious if she found out about
Great writing.
it. Don, I really must compliment you on your spouse, Mrs. Pickles. I say that because she's a real dilly. And I must also admit you have a very lovely home. Incidentally, you're out of scotch. And if you if you happen to think of it, pick up some pretzels.
Jack.
Yep.
You know, Don, what your wife and I love to do most? Watching you while you're on TV. When you're on, we just laugh and chuckle and giggle. And sometimes we even turn the sound on.
Wow. That was a good burn right there.
Yeah.
That was Savalas.
And we're always sad when you finish your act. That means you're on your way home and I better cheese it. Which reminds me, you're out of Velveeta too.
Jack Kaufman doesn't seem to think that's
Now, please, Don, don't blame your lovely wife for any of this. Our getting together was all my doing. It's all my fault. I happen to be the one who answered her ad in the Hollywood Free Press.
Yeah.
You know, your wife thinks very, very highly of you, Don. She tells me you are a wonderful man. And I know that you must be to put up with all her snoring. She tells me that since she's been Mrs. Rickles, she says every day with you is Thanksgiving. By golly, that's what she gets for marrying the turkey.
Good stuff. Look at him now.
Yep.
That was great.
Good stuff, Graham.
Good stuff.
That's comedy gold, man, right there.
Those were just the best.
That was good stuff. Man. All right, so now we're talking about wives and stuff. Graham, you had a picture of you and the fair Julie?
Oh, I do. I got a few, actually.
See that.
Since we're talking 80s, I mean, we met in the 80s, got married in 1985. So go ahead.
Wow, you had a short courtship, eh?
Oh, yeah. We were married in 6 months.
Wow. Look at that. Look at you guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she's like, this guy's going to be a famous comic book artist, and I love comics.
I gotta hitch my wagon to that.
That's right.
Really. Now,
Wait a minute. Was this the Shake Shack like in Greece?
No, that's Jersey Shore. That's down at one of those boardwalk things, where the floor.
Yeah, but doesn't it move back?
The floor moved, right?
Yes.
Like the Shake Shack in Greece. Yeah.
Oh, yes. You're right. Yep. Yeah.
Because you guys had chills and they were multiplying, right?
Thank you.
That's right.
That is for sure.
Good job.
So there's that one. This is us.
I love that tie. Look at those
Graham,
shoulder pads she's got going on.
Yeah, Graham, what year is this, buddy?
That's 85 also.
Wow, look at that tie, baby.
Yeah, it's leather.
Yeah, heck yes, it's leather.
Yeah.
It doubles as a whip.
And this is us with Ronnie.
That's great.
Look at you on the flag. Look at you, you scamp, you.
And
Republican.
Then,
Look at that.
Then we got married.
Graham, look how tall you look there. I like that.
Right?
The giant 6'2" Graham Nolan.
That's right.
And there's the tomato.
Oh, look how gorgeous she is. Look at you, buddy.
Yeah. Right?
Heck yeah.
Booyah.
I'm sure she's so happy you're showing that fig.
Yeah.
She's 7.
Like, oh,
She said it. I said, "Oh," because she was looking for stuff for me for the '80s, and she said that.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, I'm using that one."
Oh, that's great. She's adorable.
Yeah, she's a
Well
sweetie.
done, bro.
40
Well
years
done.
in 40 years in November.
And you never had a
Wow.
fight. That's the best part.
Yeah. This week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a few.
He's gorgeous. You're a lucky man, buddy. That's for
I
sure.
am. Thank you.
You
Thank you.
definitely are, man. As Jerry Roscoe says, way to bat above your average, man.
That's for sure.
That's
What does this
hilarious.
say here? Look at this. That was 85, the Jersey Shore. Did it happen to run into a pudgy blonde kid with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic? Oh, it's saying I like frogs, Mr. Is that Ethan? Again?
Yeah.
Ethan was really skinny. He wasn't pudgy at all. He was really skinny.
Was he?
So were you already working in comics when you met your wife?
Well, sort of. I mean, I had already made my first sales, but I was paying the bills in advertising. I didn't have anything regular at that point.
Right.
I think actually while we were dating there, I was actually working on the Transformers. I had a fill-in issue of the Transformers that I was doing for Mike Carlin while we were dating. So yeah, so I was doing that and then paying the regular bills, working at a local
That's
ad.
when Carlin was at Marvel, right?
Yeah, he was Gruenwald's assistant editor.
Yep.
Right.
He would. They were. He was an assistant on Captain America, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and I think the Avengers too, because it was at the same time I saw a Buscema Avengers pages when they were bringing back Jean Grey.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw the actual originals that came in.
Nice.
So cool, yeah.
What year did you go to Thibert school? What years?
I went in 82, 81, 82.
Right.
82, 83. I went back home because I ran out of money. So then I went back in 83, 84, ran out of money again, and never went back.
Now,
So,
where did you and Julie meet?
we met in Florida at a nightclub. I happened to be down for my sister's graduation, high school graduation, and her sister was going to Florida Institute of Technology, so she was down visiting her, and then me and my buddies went to this club that was on the beach, and she ended up being there, and we ended up meeting there.
Wait a minute. Did she live in Florida at the time?
No, she lived in Buffalo, and I was living in New Jersey.
Wow, that is really a small world story. That is pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we were meant to intersect there.
Yeah,
that's right.
What chance,
Yeah.
But it was fate, brother.
Yeah, and do you guys remember People's Express Airlines?
No.
I remember.
Oh my God, sort of. Yeah.
They were basically flying taxis. You could get on the plane and pay for your ticket there. So
wow.
It was really cheap. So I would fly out of Newark into Buffalo, and she would go back and forth. We would go back and forth, and it was, relatively cheap. One time I flew for free because I fell asleep on the plane, and the stewardess didn't want to wake me up, and she forgot to come back and get my fare. So I flew one way for free. So the next time I pretended to be asleep, and that way just woke my ass up.
Oh my God, look at you.
It's not going to work twice.
Yeah, it didn't work twice.
Oh.
Man. Hey, Art, when did you meet Pam?
It was let me think. It was the 90s. So I don't have an 80s story with her. Although I did have a regular, girlfriend live in.
You got any pictures, bro?
Yeah,
we do. We all want to see.
I don't have anything scanned, but she was a bombshell. She was really hot, and she was a cheerleader.
Nice.
And a groupie.
Yeah, and you were the guy in the band. I see where it's going.
It was a good time. It was one of those times where she was cool because she was willing to try things. Let's just put it there.
Whoa. Yeah, come on, Art. Keep it clean.
That's as clean as I can make it.
That's always
yeah, it was good times, late late 70s, early 80s. I was still in the band. So the cool thing is she was 2 years younger. So we went to the same high school. So I got to come back to the school as like the hero. So we would play the school functions, my band would, and we would play the lunch breaks and things like that. So it was really cool. So we were kind of the thing in that local Norwalk area. You know what I mean? Like if you had a party, we played every weekend, probably 2-3 nights, Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday. And we'd make a couple bucks. I mean, sometimes we'd make about 300 a night. Just
great.
Yeah, there were 3 of us. So each one of us,
that's pretty good.
yeah, each of us scored 100, but then we had our rentals and stuff that like we had to pay outside of that. And so it was good. I remember her sister had a birthday or something. She hired us to play at this party for her, for her. And so you think like, okay, family, this is good. Like when I was in a band, I learned all kinds of like human nature, money, all this stuff. Like it just kind of expanded my worldview. And this was before comics. So I learned business kind of through, playing music. And so we played our set, and our thing was always you would buy the first keg. So we wouldn't get upfront money. We would get all the door that the money, and then we would buy the second keg if the party went longer, right? So I thought that was a pretty good deal. So we were at her sister's place, and so I'm just counting this money. I mean, we scored that night. I mean, it was crazy. And so I'm counting the money, thinking this is family. This is my girlfriend's sister. And before I know it, we're getting hassled for money. So she's like, it's my party. I should make this money, blah, blah, blah. And it was crazy, man. Like I learned that like family or friends, people can screw you the worst, right?
Here comes the money, right?
Yeah. And so I told her, I was like, no, this is our money. Our deal was this. We paid for the second keg, blah, blah, blah. And so she goes, no. And so some of these women think they're so hot that they can just like get guys to fight for them, right? So she's going and she get all these guys and they come after us and they're holding our equipment hostage. And they said, you can't have your equipment until you pay us the money. And so I said, absolutely not. And so they were getting ready to throw down. And we had friends. I lived in a Hispanic neighborhood. There was a lot of gangbangers, stuff like that. So they were
there, right? You got the cholos, man.
Yeah, the cholos, the neighborhood boys, and they were. The cool thing is they liked us, like Eddie Tapia, and he's like a 3rd generation gangbanger. I've been to his house. It's so funny. Like his grandfather's like was in the gang, his dad, and it's really strange. It's like all those mafia movies. But anyway, so Eddie's like, don't worry about it, man. We got this covered. So he's calling his gang friends to come over. It would have got so freaking bloody. It would have got nuts. So I snuck out and I called the police on our own party because I figured the only way we're going to get out of here in one piece is if the cops come.
And this is a high school party?
Yeah. Yeah. And the weird irony is this little monkey man, Chato. Chato.
Okay.
He ended up getting together with my girlfriend's sister and knocked her up, and she had her little monkey baby like a year later.
Oh my God, she had a little monkey baby. This guy,
little Mexican monkey baby. And normally they say that because that guy looked like a monkey, not because he was Mexican. But he looked
was he part of MS-13? Was MS-13 around back then?
This is pre that. So
I don't think the cholos will allow. I don't think you have MS-13 in Los Angeles, man. I don't think
that's right.
They ain't getting in there.
Crips or blood.
But yeah, we had a helicopter called and everything. It was good times, man.
That sounds like a great way to open a movie. Your band's playing, and all of a sudden you're like, all right, here's the money. You're like, holy shit, honey, we made $400. And then she turns around and she's like, that's the surfer guys or the collar popped guys like fucking.
We were such hoodlums, right? We would break bottles around the cinder block fence. So if anybody tried to jump the fence,
they cut this.
Man.
No, we wanted to make every dime, man. We didn't want anybody getting in that that place for free. But my favorite story was there was this guy Garcia, I forget, Keith Garcia, and so he was the football quarterback, right? And oh my gosh, I can't remember his girlfriend's name. She was gorgeous, right? So they come to the party, and it's like happening, but we're maxed out, right? And so Eddie at the door said, "There's no more room. We can't get you in." And so then he's like, "Oh, there's my buddy Art. Art, come over here." He goes, "You'll get us in, right?" I go, "Not you. She's welcome."
Oh,
not you, Chato.
Not you, Keith, but your girlfriend. And yeah, you know what she did? She went to the party without him.
No shit. That's the 80s, baby. That's the 80s, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
and
did you guys ever have ABC liquor lounges?
Oh my God.
ABC?
Yeah, ABC Liquor Lounge.
No,
and they were big in the South, and I wasn't sure if they were in California or not. So I was wondering if Art had those. Some of them had nightclubs, like bars, attached to, because it was a liquor store where you could buy, beer, liquor, wine.
Well,
all that.
I mean, we have
familiar.
ABC stores here now.
Yeah,
it's the same, but with the primary colors ABC.
Yeah, but there's no lounge attached to it. It's just a big ass liquor
Back
store.
in the 80s and in the 70s, they had lounges attached to some of these. And one of their famous things was the revolving bar. So they had this bar you could sit at, and the bar would rotate 360 degrees, right? Slowly. And so you could, and there'd be a dance floor around there, right? So we used to go into this place and, to meet girls and stuff like that. And at this time in Florida, there's a lot of different cliques, so like, the rednecks over on the mainland wouldn't come beachside, because, they weren't, and the beach crowd would not go to the other side. And then you had your sports cliques, you had your wrestlers and your surfers and all this kind of stuff. So me and a bunch of my wrestling buddies were at this revolving bar, and we're dancing. It's 80s music, and we're having fun. I'm dancing with this girl, and I just happened to like move like this, and this fist comes flying right by my face like this and hits the dude that's over here in front of me. Goes bam, hits this guy. He goes flying back. I turn around like this, and I see like one of these redneck guys from the mainland who comes up. He had something to do with this guy. And so they start going at it. And before you know it, it turns into one of those Warner Brothers Western saloon brawls. I mean, chairs flying. This one guy picks up he's got his glass. He puts it in his mouth and he bites down on, and the glass shatters and his drink shatters. And he just jumps into the crowd. And I'm like, holy shit. So I grab my buddy. I go, we got to get the hell out of here. We're going to get killed. I jump up on the bar, and I'm running across the bar. And one of the bartenders grabs us and throws us down. And before we get to the back door, it bursts open, and these cops come in carrying nightsticks, and they're swinging away in this.
Oh shit!
We barely got out of there, And my buddy takes his beer with him, and the cops are now in the parking lot, and you're going to have to pour that beer out. And this guy is one of those guys that he hates to waste beer, and he's like, "Well, couldn't I keep?" He's arguing with the cop, and we're like, "Dude, don't worry about it. We'll buy you another one." And he's like, he's having this wrestling his conscience about whether he should pour this thing out in the parking lot. And I'm like, dude, we're going to get taken in if you don't just pour that goddamn beer out. We'll buy you another one at the next one. He's reluctantly like, all right.
Yeah, I had a friend that was in a similar situation. He just chugged the beer right in front of the cop.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Well, then we would have gotten torn.
Yeah, we were lucky it didn't happen. The cool thing about the Norwalk PD is there were two other rival bands, and so we'd always play the same nights, Friday, Saturday. And so I always thought it was kind of cool. Like the Norwalk PD would close two of the parties down, and then they knew where all the kids would be on that night. They would be at the one party versus the three that were there. So they could just patrol that one that one party and keep everybody, under control. I always thought that was pretty smart,
Yeah. What year was that, Art, with that big, the one where you wouldn't let, when they wanted to kill you, your girlfriend?
It had to have been like 1980, we just hit the 80s. Yeah.
What music are you playing?
We were pretty much playing, it would be kind of like not quite new wave, but just kind of, like Cars-ish kind of music. So it was pseudo new wave, but we didn't have the keyboards and stuff like that. It was a little harder, edged.
Like the Romantics, like sort of like that? Monroe's?
Yeah, kind of. It was, the girls dug it. We were a 3-piece, which was also better because we got to split the money. If you had like 4 or 5 guys, you make less. So we were 3 guys.
You're like the Police, bro.
Like the Police, yeah.
Yeah.
Synchronicity.
So, Art, the big question is, do you have any recordings of that stuff from back then? And we want to hear them.
Yes.
I have one. It's all on tape though. Somebody put one on SoundCloud. Let me see if I can find it, but it may or may not happen. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Let's see if I can find it.
Frank Jerry's not watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, bastard. And you were a drummer. Did you sing as well?
Sing backup, yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was the name of your band, bro? The Monkey Faces?
We were called the Monkey. No, we were called TKO. We were the sound that would knock you out. So we were the technical knockout.
Bro, nice.
Nice.
TKO.
TKO, didn't they do that commercial with the dude sitting in the chair, or was that somebody else?
There was a TKO that came out
them and stuff
later,
Memorex, wasn't it? Wasn't that?
Oh, was that Memorex?
So what happened, Art? Why didn't you guys become like superstars? If you play in the Sunset Strip, it's the early '80s. You're new wave. What happened?
I ended up
downfall. You had to. Was it that singer, guitar player of yours?
It was the cocaine, Billy.
Was it?
It was actually the heroin. Like he was a junkie. This guy.
Oh my god, the heroin! I was kidding.
Oh my god!
Wow, get real deep on me now. Holy shit!
It was the serial killer in the van.
Yeah. He was stealing from the band. He was stealing money. Like he would rent the PA and the sound or the lighting equipment, and so a lot of times they wouldn't get paid, and so they'd come after me. So. And also, you guys, like, I'm like 17, 18, 19 years old. These guys are like 2-3 years older than I am. So I used to just fake like a parent's signature to get into the clubs because I couldn't play the clubs legally.
Wow.
Yeah, this is very fascinating, RT Bear. I gotta tell you.
I saw my first lesbian like freaking macking out right there in front of the stage. It was nuts.
I was going to say, nice.
So they Art
like stopped running. Like, what the hell, Art? Come on.
You're missing the beat. It's like, no, look at the show. It's right there.
You got any pictures, Art?
I do, but I don't have them. If I should have prepared. I didn't think this was going to be that interesting. Yeah, I can't find it, but it's on SoundCloud, and it's TKO or Nocturnal Night. We had several names.
Nocturnal Night.
Nocturnal Night.
We were also called the Bros. Or not the Bros, the Boys. We were the Boys with a Z. Very
Shut up. The Boys with a Z. Damn.
Boys. Yeah. So
maybe you could have been in like Valley Girl, the movie, or something like that. You could have been like the band playing at Fast Times at Ridgemount High at the end.
Yeah, like Graham was saying, bar fights in the background, stuff like that. We did get kicked out of one bar. I don't even know how we got in there, but they were desperate for music, live entertainment, and it was more of a country bar, and we didn't play country music, so we're trying to dig deep and figure out what we could play, but it was too loud and too fast, so the manager kept saying, "Listen, man, it's too loud and it's too fast."
You didn't play.
Were you behind the chicken wire like the Blues Brothers?
I was going to say.
Dude, I wish we were, because things were thrown and we were kicked out.
Wow.
Things were thrown.
Hey guys, before we go too far, we got a $10 Canadian super chat.
Hello, Paul.
Hail Bros and Chat. I remember doing a lot of stupid things during the 70s and 80s. Glad there was no social media. No, gin and apple juice don't go well together. Ew.
Okay, here's something. What would you label as the dumbest thing you ever did in the 1980s?
I could kind of show one of the dumbest things I ever did.
Was that the motorcycle thing?
Yeah, but I'm riding without a helmet. I'm doing like 110 miles an hour. My buddy's filming me, and my brother's catching.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember that video.
That's what I tried to show before, but I could share it. That's one of the dumbest things I ever did.
If you dumped it, that would have been it for you, right?
Oh my God, you kidding me? Yeah, let me. If you guys don't mind, let me.
Oh, I found the song, by the way, but we'll look at the motorcycle first.
We won't get struck, right? Well, who cares? We're showing.
Yeah, we just showed.
I know.
20 minutes.
I know. All right, let's see if I go big with it. Let's see if that works. All right, here we go. Ready?
So this is, how did you do this? You didn't have a GoPro. Did you have it like
behind this? So my buddy was sitting on the back of me before when I showed the opening scene, and then I just got bored with it.
Oh, so you would have killed him too.
Yeah, would have killed him too. And then we were filming and me just riding by myself. But he's sitting on the back of this tiny seat, and I'll show you the motorcycle.
Well, that's the stupidest thing he ever did.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have control.
And that's John Tartaglioni's son.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Were you at Jones Beach? Was that Jones Beach that you were at?
No, this is Robert Moses, the beach east of it.
Oh, okay, because I saw that tower. It looked like the Jones Beach Tower.
Yeah, it is. It was that's the Robert Moses Tower.
Okay, yeah, but it's at Jones Beach, right?
Well, it's the next beach over, so you can see it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So here we go. Oh my God. Fun.
Where is there a road in Long Island?
Whoever was filming you, they were going the same speed as you. Top Gun.
Yeah,
look at him. I like the boots.
Oh, that looks so fun.
Oh my God, what an idiot. Yeah, that was those are Everlast boxing shoes.
Oh, nice.
I thought that's what they looked like.
It was a stupid Top Gun type thing that we were making the movie, and because I had the motorcycle, they're like, Billy, you're the guy in the motorcycle, and then I don't know if Johnny turns into the fighter pilot or something, and then we were gonna have jets and stupid shit like that. And I was supposed to be some kid who's dreaming of doing that, whatever. I don't know.
Did you have the Need for Speed?
Yeah, real quick. I don't know if you guys did that. It was the whole flight suit we made.
No.
You work to such ambitious projects and they just never get done, but you have so much great material that the team's like, okay, you guys get an A. It was a film and we never finished it. But
when you're starting, you're a creative person, right? You have all these ventures and you have all these hopes, but you have absolutely no execution skills. And usually it's the people around you. Like you have the drive, but then you realize, well, your friends aren't so into it.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is like a group project. It wasn't just, but I'm the one like, all right, we'll do this. And I went down to the village and I bought this, or maybe we did, that Top Gun flight suit at an Army Navy store. And then we bought all the exact patches that Tom Cruise had. And we're going to cut in scenes from Top Gun and all this shit. And then, like I said, we filmed at the beach one day. And then we filmed like one or two other little things. And that was it.
Wow.
Yeah, we had our little film crew, but basically it was just an excuse to blow models up. So we just had, all these firecrackers from Mexico. And of course, gasoline was always right nearby. And we just blow shit up, right? Oh, let's make a Star Wars movie. Okay. So then we just buy a bunch of model kits. We just blow shit.
Yeah, and weren't they great? I learned, I shot and we'll play your music in a second, because I used to make little short films and I can't find it, but I did a space film And I learned, I was reading all these. You remember we'd read those books out of the library about how, these movies are made.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
had velvet, and they would poke holes in velvet and show lights through it. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
so like in Star Trek.
Yeah.
So my mother had velvet material because she had a clothing shop. And what I thought of all of my own was I had to film these spaceships flying, and it was like the Star Trek. It was the Romulan bird of prey one. That's the one I used. But what I did was I put tape on it, but on the bottom of I had a stick with fishing line with tape, and I would go like that. But what I did is that I put it on the bottom of the ship, and I turned the camera upside down and did it. And everyone's like, "How did you do that? We don't see any strings or anything like that."
Nice.
There you go. Movie magic.
Movies. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Movie magic.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
Okay.
Right.
You guys ready? All right,
Yeah.
let me-
Wait a minute. Nocturnal Night. But bad reaction.
Bad
February
reaction.
All right, let's hear it.
1982. Let's go. You go louder.
A little bit of echo on the vocals.
Nice.
Who is that? You doing the vocal part?
No, he just a background vocal thing. Wow, Art, you're a real drummer. I didn't believe you.
Who wrote the lyrics, Art?
He's locked in.
Wait for it. Drop them all.
Enough of that.
That flaming skeleton is cool.
Yeah, we were the Nocturnal Knights at that point. It was Night by Night. I actually made a comic book based on the character, so it was kind of a sword and sorcery, kind of like what Andy's doing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Art, did you ever okay, you got the tape done, right? The tape is done, right? And then you bring it over to your girlfriend's and like, listen, here's a new song. And then she's like, I don't know.
She was there. Yeah, she was there. She was usually there.
That's so great, man. I love it. Did you design a logo for Nocturnal Night? Because I think T-shirts and all that stuff. Use this music for your video.
We didn't have like T-shirts or anything, but yeah, there was a logo and all that other good stuff. And he was kind of like a demon. I don't know, like Conan. Like he had like these demon wings, and he fought with a mace, and so he just slam heads, kind of like, I guess, more like Hawkman, kind of. He had long hair. He had long, cool hair and everything. Yeah,
love it.
And we got into all that. That was a rehearsal hall, and they just happened to have like recording equipment. So it's only one mic. That whole song was only recorded.
Oh,
with one
wow.
mic. It was just in the room, and so it was all ambient stuff. But we had the same recording or rehearsal hall as Metallica. So like all that stuff was happening at the same time, like Poison and Metallica, like Quiet Riot, all these bands. And so the guitar player that was on that song played with Metallica before they were Metallica, and he wrote that song "Hit the Lights." So that song "Hit the Lights," hit the lights. That was Kevin, and he wrote that song, and we performed the song too. So ours was called "Running Low," but theirs was "Hit the Lights." And so they put it on the Garage Days album, Metallica did, and they didn't give him any credit. So do you remember the mandatory Metallica show where they'd have those guys talk and everything like that? It'd be all this behind the scenes stuff on the radio. Well, they had Kevin on that show. And before he went on there, the bass player that would always do that show said, there's a recording of Hit the Lights, but it was called Running Low, and it was played by this band Nocturnal Night. And so he was still friends with Kevin, but Kevin didn't have a recording of it. I did. So it was and it was a cassette. It was just a cassette. I still have it. And so and it proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that he wrote that song. And after that, he got credit too. So up to that point, he didn't get any royalties or credit. But after that, he got writer credit and royalties on the song. And they don't play it live anymore. So they just kind of wrote him out of the whole, Metallica thing. But yeah, it was good times. It was crazy. That was early 80s.
Wow.
So it was pretty scary, out on your own, trying to make ends meet as a musician, comic book artist, whatever, and like Graham, I did a lot of illustration, spot illustration, ad work, in Hollywood.
That's got to be a pontificator show, man. You got to show your logos for your bands and stuff. I mean, think about it.
The cool one is Danny Mickey, because he was also he played in bands around the same time. I didn't know him then, but when he started working at Hack Shack, he did the Rat logo. He
played in bands around the same time you did?
Yeah.
He's not your age, though, is he?
He's older than I am.
Danny Mickey's older than you? I'm not even joking. I didn't know. I thought Danny, because of the whole Extreme thing and stuff, I thought Danny was more like my age or something.
Nah, he came into it older. Right. And was just, I didn't think he was going to hang with it because, usually when you're older, you have more, you need more out of life, as far as money and stuff like that. But he was still living at home and he was willing to take the training, and boy, did it pay off for him. So he's got a pretty good career. Yeah.
There's early photos from Extreme with him and Norm with the big hair and stuff. I'm like, those guys are like metal band dudes. Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah, Norm didn't play in bands, but he was a big fan of the music. But Danny was his lead singer. That guy could belt it out.
No shit. Wow.
I cannot believe you and Danny. I'm sure you could have rounded up a few more people at Extreme, make a band. What the hell? And the band name would have been Extreme. Come on, it was all there.
It was all there, bro. Norm Briefogle would have been was it Norm Briefogle? Is that Norm? Which Norm?
No, Norm Ratman.
Norm Ratman.
Norm Ratman. Oh, okay. Yeah, he actually saw a car chase. Was Danny with him when they saw the car chase?
I think so. Yeah. He
posted. Been your manager, man. Come on, man.
You had something and missed it.
You could have got Steve Leah Hoya to come down and play guitar too with you.
Yeah. Was it Billy Mooney?
Heads could have had that.
What were they called? Seduction of the Innocent, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they play the San Diego cons.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Those were pretty fun. People would dance.
All right. Andy Smith, since you were just a babe, a mere lark.
I was. I've got two photos I can share.
All right. Let's share.
One is high school. I think I was a senior. Let me see. Hold on. Share screen. This whole new way they want it done. Window.
And when did you and Helen meet?
We met in 94.
Oh, okay. Oh,
got married in 95. 30 years in October.
All right. Oh, check this kid out. Are you ready, RT Bear, for this?
Check out this guy.
I'm sitting down.
What?
Yeah, look at that guy.
Bam! Look at that.
Boom. That's in the high school. That's right in front of the high school. 1978 or 77 Chevy Monza V8.
What is that?
It's a Chevy Monza, but it has a 305 small block in it, so it could really haul ass. They usually came with either 4 cylinders or 6.
Yeah, what's up with that muffler, bro?
That muffler was on the ground.
Yeah, well, it hung low, and there's one obviously on the other side too. It was dual exhaust coming out before the back tire. on both sides.
So you can melt your tires or warm them up so you can get better traction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, the clique I was in on Friday and Saturday nights, there was a few areas in town where we could go out at about midnight, 1, 2 in the morning. And, there's like 30 of us, and you'd have people basically stop traffic for a quarter mile so we could drag race. But I mean, the streets were pretty empty anyhow, and they were a straight shot, and that's what we'd go out and do. So
what were they called in the day? Like cruising, right? Like you would go out with your best girl and you show off your car and you just like cruise.
Well, so yeah, like there's a mall right around town, and we would on Friday nights, everybody would drive the big circle of the parking lot. And when you were going, when you were passing somebody, if somebody hooked it up so their brake lights were always on, or no, their reverse lights were always on, that means they wanted to race.
Yeah.
So you could, pull them over or whatever when you drove by, because your windows are down, so you're always talking shit. And so we would do that on Friday nights and stuff. A friend of mine had a 68 Nova. Another friend of mine had a 70 Charger.
What year is this one?
This is 77.
77.
77.
But we did.
You got it almost brand new then, because you said this is 78.
No, this is 87.
87.
Oh, 87. Oh,
That car's 10 years old. But still, I only paid like $500 for it. It's funny. I was telling this kid, I got a flat tire in town a few weeks ago, and my spare was totally low. So I had to call AAA so they could put air in it. Well, then, long story short, they came out. They had to tow the car because they couldn't get one of the lug nuts off. So I'm talking to the guy towing it, and he's a young kid. And I thought he was like 26. Still pretty, 30 years younger than me, basically. He's only 22. And when I was telling him how you could work on your own car back then, and like in the driveway, we would drop transmissions, pull motors, put camshafts in the car, replace the heads, all that stuff. He's like, you could do all that stuff to your own car? And I'm like, yeah, dude, cars back in the 70s and 80s were a piece of cake to work on.
You know why you did it? Because you were broke and you didn't have money to go to a.
Oh shit! It's like, I got to replace the water pump. You drive to the parts store, tell them you got a 1978. Well, you didn't even really matter. You're just like, I got a 305 from 1978 Chevy motor. I need a water pump.
Yeah.
Be right back. Here it is.
Yeah.
You guys
down to the junkyard.
Yeah, you're gonna love this story. So this is the worst, right? So, most of the time you would get like rebuilds, right? Like even if you went to Pep Boys or whatever, they would have like rebuilt like water pumps or or whatever it was, right? So it was always cheaper. So you get it rebuilt, you put it in. 9 times out of 10, that thing wouldn't work, right? So you not only had the time of taking the original one out and then putting the new one in, but then you had to take that one out, bring it back to the auto place, and then exchange it for another one. And sometimes even that one wouldn't work.
Yeah, well, we would also go and pick through junkyards and stuff.
Yeah.
You find anything. You go to a junkyard, this car's 10 years old. You can find, doors, fenders, whatever. Sure. By the way, I was a strapping 140 pounds in this photo.
Wow, you could have wrestled Graham Nolan.
Same height, 5'10" 3/4, but about 45 pounds lighter than I am now.
Did you get into a fight right after you took this picture with some guys?
No, but I did get into fights. And then another picture, because this was still the 80s, 1989. Didn't share that. Oh man, I got to stop sharing and share.
You got to stop sharing that one and share the new one.
God, what a pain in the ass this is.
Did you have, what do they call them? Stonewash jeans and jean jackets?
No, those weren't. I just wore regular jeans. I didn't wear stonewash. I hated it.
They're just faded.
This was the 1989 premiere of the Batman movie. I went with some friends. You can share that whenever you want. You can figure out.
Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go. You guys ready?
Figure out who I am. So,
oh my God,
you're the gay guy in the green.
No, I'm the guy in the green.
You're the joke.
You mispronounced something there,
bro. The Catwoman's hot. Who's that?
That's my friend Mike, who's Batman. That's his sister. Or no, wait. Is that his sister? I think
Was
that's
that hands off? Was he very like protective of his sister?
It's cute.
Yeah. So I think that is either that or the Robin is his sister. No, I think Catwoman is.
Well, Robin looks like she's got a little bit of something going on with you. Like she's like,
Yeah, what's up with that? With
Well,
Robin,
you know, look at that. Look at that finely coiffed hairdo. I mean, come on. You know,
You look stoned there, bro.
I know, right? Who knows? I might have been. I don't remember. So
how
Are
could
you
you
wearing
not?
rings
How
right
could you
now?
not make a move on your friend's sister?
she was a lot. Well,
at her.
wait, this was 1989. I might have had a girlfriend at the time. I don't remember.
I hope it was Catwoman.
You
Yeah,
could
no,
trade
it
up.
was not Catwoman. So
She's one of your people,
there you
man.
go.
Right now.
I'll have to actually ask him. I have to send this photo and go, which one of these is your sister's? I don't remember. Like, I don't know who that dude is in the other Batman get up back there above Robin that looks like it's a
The other one's
1940s
a dummy. Isn't
Batman.
the other one a dummy? Or is that a person?
No, the other one is 1940s Batman because you can tell by like how the
the,
Robert
guy
Lowry.
the guy in the Michael Caine suit, is that a person or is that a dummy? It looks
That's
like
the
a dummy.
brother. That's the guy.
No, that's my friend.
Where's his
Yeah.
eyes?
He's
Where's
kind of
his
looking
eye?
down. He's trying to. I think they're open somewhat.
Yeah,
He's
I
a
think
short
I think
dude,
that's
so-
the
Out like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I see now.
He's trying to
But it is
intimidate
freaky
you.
looking.
Yeah. But you know what? That guy as the Joker looks like what was the guy that died in the Dark Knight? Was it Returns or whatever? The guy did the great Joker.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. Yeah, he looks more like Heath Ledger than Jack Nicholson.
Oh yeah.
He was ahead of his time, this guy.
I bet he wish he still. That's actually my best friend. We still talk. He's who when I go up to Garden State, we stop in Maryland. I stay over at his place.
Oh, that's the guy. Okay.
Yeah, he's probably got about. I'd say he's about 180 pounds heavier now.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know why you didn't make a move on Batgirl or whatever is because she had a kid. I didn't even see the kid.
No, that's not her. That's not her kid.
Oh my god.
That is his kid, the guy that's dressed up as Batman.
Oh, okay.
So that's not her kid. I
Okay.
can't remember who that is because his wife's not in the picture. Actually, you know what? His wife probably took the picture.
Took the picture. Yeah.
Yeah, great jaw, that Batwoman. Great jawline.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to email him and find out who it is because I honestly don't remember. So
Well,
Your buddy who has a Batman suit, he must have been the coolest guy in the world to have that actual suit from the film.
No.
well, he had at this period of time, he was either second or third with the United States largest Batman collection. Like
Wow.
his house was just insane with all the Batman stuff he had. So
That's just weird, that mask, like how the nose is, how it, like he can't breathe out of that mask.
no, it
Yeah.
goes right underneath. It cups right underneath. I think
Yeah.
there might have been a couple holes in it. I can't
It's
tell.
got to be hot.
Just
as
like
hell.
the actual Keaton cowl that's back there.
Yeah.
That's how it was, right, Art? It went
Yeah.
underneath the nose, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's just two little holes. Yeah. But I like the marquee is like Batman, Indiana Jones, Ghostbusters too. Like
Right.
any one of these movies would have been worth, 2 hours watching.
Good times, man.
That was a hell of a lineup.
Love it,
back then.
Andy. Well done, buddy. Love it.
There
Yeah.
you go.
We got like 15 minutes left, so
There you go.
awesome.
Let me read the top 10 real quick of like the 80s. Okay, so here's the list of 10 popular and influential songs from the 1980s, spanning various genres. So don't shoot me. I don't know how they compiled this. I don't know if it's based on cells. I don't know what. But anyway, anybody for the top one?
What is this again?
All the 80s, the whole 80s.
Yeah, this is the decade. Yeah.
song, like
Thriller.
song.
Thriller.
Yes. Yes. Thriller's number one. Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Tears for Fears, synth pop anthem
No, I
that
don't know.
captured
I
the
think
era's
that was a bigger hit
futuristic
than that.
sound.
How about We Built This City or whatever that's not?
Oh, dude, I like that song.
And we
Oh, that's
built
horrible.
this-
That's
Oh,
Starship?
I knew you'd say that. I like
Starship?
Starship.
Yeah, Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now by Starship was like one of the most overplayed songs of all time.
It's
not there.
not on this list. I'll tell you that. Okay, so number 3, Jackson comes back with Billie Jean is Not My Lover. And then we have When Doves Cry, which is Prince's signature song. We got Eye of the Tiger, number 5, Survivor, anthem for Rocky, became beloved 80s rock anthem. This is the gayest we get. Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
That's a great song, bro.
Oh God, we beat those guys up. I hated those. I hated those Journey guys. Yeah. Okay, Living on a Prayer. That's Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
And so then, of course. Wait. This song, Take on Me. It's got to be also the number 1 video by a-ha.
Yeah.
Have you heard their acoustic version of that?
It's great. That guy can sing. That guy can sing like nobody's business. I thought they had talent for days, but they got kind of locked into a sound and didn't branch out of that. So they didn't really sustain it. But there's Purple Rain, which is number 9. So we got Prince once again, and then we got Blue Monday, believe it or not, New Order, a groundbreaking, influential synth pop track.
Good song.
Yeah. So there you go.
A-ha is Mike Perkins.
That's right. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember I when I told you that he was a big fan of a-ha, and then all your questions were like a-ha songs. Like, wait, what comic have you been?
Got pictures of them together, and he does stuff for their albums, and
does he really?
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah,
Perky loves a-ha.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
You know that acoustic version you're talking about, Andy? If you listen, it's harder to tell with like the more like produced stuff, but like Roy Orbison is one of the Thibert's favorite singers. Like I thought, like if he had the looks of like Elvis or something, like I think he could have gone a lot farther. Yeah. And also, I admire the guy's career because he went out with his boots on. You know, like he was still producing like top music. You know, with the Wheelberries, and then that one solo, and then the Black and White Night, the live recording, just great. Still had his chops, right? But that a-ha guy had all that. Like he had the looks and he had that range. Man, that guy had such a great voice, very underutilized. It's a shame. It's really a shame that nobody really got to see that guy's talent unless you really looked, you know.
Well, they're huge in Europe, you know.
Yeah, they're still big there.
Massive. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, and that Sunshine's only on TV. That's a great song.
Great song, man. It is. It really is.
Yeah.
All right, Larry Orbison, you're talking about him. I saw this special on Jeff Lynne. And he was one of the traveling Wilburys, and he was talking about the origin of that group, and he wanted Roy Orbison in it. And Roy wasn't doing any touring or singing; he was pretty much retired. He felt like he was washed up, so he went to Orbison's wife and said, "We really want Roy, in the group. We want him to do this." So she talked him out of retirement to come in and do that with the first Traveling Wilburys album. And that song, the first song that they released, I can't remember the name of it. But there's a point where Roy Orbison comes in solo, and I swear to God, I get chills every time I hear it, because like he just blows them away. It's like, okay, kids, stand back. Yeah, I'm going to show you how it's done, and he just lays it down, and it's like, holy shit, that is so cool.
He still had the goods. Like I said, that's why I say he went out with his boots on. They were still touring. They were still doing shows and stuff. And the thing is, like Orbison, you always think like he was an old guy, right?
Yeah.
He was 52 when he died.
I know.
He was only 52?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Wow. He looked
I have outlived Roy Orbison. Well, we all have.
He looked like Doc Ock, like his whole life.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Dude, he looked so
like
old.
the Dicko version.
And that black hair looks so dyed.
Yeah.
Well,
that song, I Drove All Night is my favorite Roy Orbison song.
Yeah, what that was on the album, his album. I think it was the last. No, he had one more after that. Before he
Jennifer
died.
Connelly is total smoke show in the video.
Yeah, and the thing is, he did one with Katie Lang, like a crying like duet.
Oh,
Freaking brilliant, man! Like the guy still had the goods, and could belt it out and hold his own. Which I always just admire people like that. Like I always think like that's the way I want to go out.
yeah, but not at 52.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I already.
His wife and child, his young daughter or something, when he was young, they died in a house fire.
Oh, geez.
His first wife and like toddler or something or little baby died.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That song I was trying to remember the name of is called "Handle with Care."
Mm.
That's
the Bilberry song. Yeah,
yeah, that's the one where Roy Orbison does that. So,
all right, I'm going to show. Let me. So we got 9 minutes left. Let's show a few things. Here's me. This is Debbie at college. I had a video camera that my roommate and I took out of the media center, and we literally had the video camera from August 1988 to like January 1989. And I just filmed all over New York City. I have such great video. I have Macy's at Christmas time. I have all the styles the kids are wearing. You'll see my friend Chris before Debbie comes down. She's here and she's reading I don't know what magazine is. Maybe a women's magazine with Cindy Crawford on the cover. It's good stuff.
I don't know what it is.
Well, it's just yeah. Fun stuff, man. Fun, weird, wacky stuff. So here's my friend. All right,
So wait, was this a fabric school?
Straighten her out.
This is at fabric school. Yep.
Nice.
So I can see it. She's
Like
hey, Mark.
It is Margie, my friend.
Oh, look at that hair.
To film in this?
Yeah.
No way.
So nice.
Billy, can you please put that away so we can go have dinner?
I thought we were having drinks. Why aren't you eating dinner?
So I'm not hungry.
Oh.
Is that okay with you?
Did you have lunch?
Is that okay with you? Hey, is that okay with you?
Yeah. And I'm like, you are the meanest fucking people I've ever met in my life.
Dude, look at that face. Look how you paused it.
I know.
Would you mess with that?
I did
Hey, is
not.
that okay with you?
Look at that. Look at it.
She
Billy,
still
can
gives you that look.
away so we can have dinner. And then I'm like, well, I thought we were getting drinks. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to eat now with her aunt who's going to take us to dinner. And I'm going to eat. Her aunt's going to pay for my dinner. And Debbie's just not going to eat. And I'm like, why are you eating dinner? And then she said, is that okay with you? Fucking little shit.
Yeah. Got that stiff stuff in her hair.
Yeah. Oh, she was so cute, though. Holy shit. I got to play that again. Is that okay with you?
Billy, can you please put that away so we can go have dinner?
I thought we were having drinks. Why aren't you eating dinner?
So I'm not hungry.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay with you?
Did you have lunch?
No bra. No bra.
Get together. Come on, let's get together.
Come on, bring your veggies upstairs.
Get together. Come on. Don't make it fix.
All right. Anyway, so that's that. I have hours and hours of this shit, guys.
Holy
got
crap. That is awesome.
I got so much fun stuff, man. It's so fucking classic of her. Just
What year was that?
1980. It's I think August of 88.
Okay, I was going to say that the 80s, that big hair kind of lingered into the 90s a little bit, because when like sometimes Pamela would in the 90s, she would like, I don't know, tease the hair, spray it up or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a few pictures of her with the big hair too.
You want to see me? I don't know if I get struck for playing this. Me and my friends are drinking beers and singing to Van Halen. But the new Van Halen, like "What Is Love" or one of them songs.
Dude, you already played a Dean Martin roast.
I know.
I don't.
This show ain't going to be monetized, so you might as
That
well
ship has
play.
sailed.
All right, yeah, I don't care.
At least this has something to do with the
There we
80s. Why can't this be love?
Somebody hot, Jay, and Jimmy.
This is Van Hagar era, right?
Playing with a key square.
Well, Billy's getting to watch it. We're not.
You want to share it, Billy?
No, he wants. It's a private moment.
I think
Private moment with
It's
Billy.
a private moment.
A private moment with Billy Tucci.
That's right.
I'm not touching myself.
Anyway, so we saw that stupid. Oh, I'm not playing it.
We know. We've been telling you
know.
that for 5 minutes.
I'm having
We've
fun
just
watching
been
it.
talking
Shit.
about that.
All right, I'll share it. Let me share it real quick. It's funny.
Billy was enamored.
I'm just going back.
You were so into it, you weren't even hearing us.
Is that okay with you?
Is that okay with you? I already ate.
All right, here we go. All right.
Here we go, Karate Kid. Come on.
All right, so this is my friend Jimmy. That's me. My buddy Hawk and Jay's on the other side.
Get me. Ready?
What do you have, a machete in your hand? What is that? Hey, Billy, that kid in the green was too cool for you, man.
Hawk?
He could have done better. He could have done
I got
better.
a lot of fun shit. I got a lot of photos, talking about getting beat up and stuff. And I'll just go through some pictures real quick.
Wait a minute, did he have one of those crocodile? What were those shirts? With
Izod, yeah, he yeah, of course, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Izod, yeah. Who didn't have an Izod? Members only, parachute pants.
I had members only early because my mother was in the let's see. What we got?
Well, you had to be. You had errors.
This is when I got beat up at the. Where's my beat up picture? It's Debbie.
That's where your face is all bruised.
Yeah, from the fight we had with the Fijis.
The Fijis.
Yeah, the Fiji house. And then I'll show you my picture about the head cast. I think we talked about that. Yeah, there's
at the Fiji.
The Fiji frat.
Oh yeah.
Debbie's not happy with that one. And then hang on. Where is
at some point I got to put all of
you got it, man. It's such good stuff.
Some kind
Here
of
we go. And we'll end with this. This is me trapped. So me and my friends, I remember I was talking about I wanted to make a monster mask.
Yeah.
So I wanted
yeah.
to get it in the cast, right? And my friends, and I got to get the rest of the pictures from my buddy Mark Sasso, but I was literally encased in plaster for 3 hours because we didn't know what to do. I didn't put like a skin, like a head socket, like remember the ball caps we put on?
So your hair is all stuck to it and everything?
Yeah. And I put gelatin and I only had 2 straws to breathe stuck in my nose. And my friend put all the gelatin around me and then all the plaster, but we didn't know to make a thing like a crease.
A seam. You needed a seam.
Yeah, seam. So I was trapped in here. Like I said, 3 freaking hours, man. And finally, my buddy Paul came and he had a hacksaw and he cut me out. And there's my buddy.
Oh my God.
And I could have fucking died. Look at me. I get stuck in this. My wife keeps calling me. There's me. Anyway, so that's it. Guys, the 80s are great. Good times, everyone. We usually showcase one career. Let me see what Debbie wants. Oh God.
One quick story. When I lived in Huntington Beach, it was kind of a flop house. So we would get like beach girls. They would just come up to the apartment. And so there was this girl, Michelle, and we all kind of took her out every once in a while. But we were having a party at the place. It's my friend he's a class A numero uno douchebag. He's an a-hole. And so she didn't like him. And she's like 5'0" nothing. Like but if you saw a picture of her, she's like va boom. Like, you know what I mean? Like you would never think that she was like 5 foot, whatever. You think she was 6 foot, whatever. But anyway, they're having a problem through the whole night, right? So finally she's like, Art, how do you hang out with that douchebag? That guy's an asshole. Greg's a jerk, whatever. And I'm like, whatever. She goes, you know what? He needs to go. She was that kind of girl, right? So she always wore these spike heels. She pulled off her heel and just started smacking him in the face. I mean,
shit.
Like, I mean, there was blood. She was like full on smacking this guy. He's 6 foot, whatever. And so I was like, okay. Her name was Michelle. I go, you gotta go. Right. And she goes, well, I don't have a way to get home. Like she was just like this beach girl. Like she just somehow like finagle rides to the beach or whatever. And so then I go, well, I'll drive you. So I drove her home. she kept trying to. This was her mom's house. She kept trying to get me into the house.
Look at you! Look at you! Look at you!
Hey,
And so anyways, long story short, didn't happen because it was just too weird, right? So then we never locked the door. Like it was, like I said, it was a flop house. And so I wake up the next morning, he's on me.
like on you, bro.
Wow.
Wait, that's how you woke up?
Yeah, it was creepy. It was like the closest.
Oh,
I
I'm
ever
sure it
seen.
was. She sounds
Like-
really hot and stacked and crazy.
Like fatal attraction. No. She was Billy. I know you know people. Like you don't want to get involved because they'll clamp. They're like just grip. They'll like grip onto you, and
like a succubus, like a succubus.
yeah, they'll f you over, man. So you want to keep them at a distance. And so I never did anything with her.
And then
But
you said, you know what? The hell with this. I'm just gonna go blow fatties on rooftops.
that's how you deal with the frustration. But there was like years later, she comes over to the apartment. She's like, hey Art, can I take you out to lunch or whatever? And I said, sure. So we're talking. She goes, this guy, he's okay, but he wants to marry me. And I'm like, oh, congratulations. And she's like, are you sure? Like, so she's giving me like last opportunity to like, oh no, you shouldn't marry this guy. And I never gave her anything other than being nice to her. I never gave her anything. But somehow it was psycho fatal attraction. So I can just imagine if I ever committed any further, like I wouldn't be here today, dead. Like she was psycho.
Dude, you've escaped death on several occasions. Like more than anyone I know.
I've never seen anybody that violent. She pulled off her shoe and she's hitting him with everything she's got in the face. And I'm like,
Lord.
Wow. my Well, Graham's got a timeless fashion sense.
That's right.
Thank you for the $2 super
Hey,
chat.
come on, Agent Cub. That's his Telly Savalas look from the 80s.
Yeah, that's right.
There we
Who loves
go.
you? You need a lollipop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who loves you, baby?
We tried to get Graham to, bring up the collar, but
No,
I
you
didn't
wouldn't
bring
need
it
a
up
pop.
in the 80s, so I wasn't going to bring it up in the 2025.
this is the same jacket I had. This is like vintage.
Wow.
What was this?
Is it?
I have some.
Wait a minute. Is that the jacket when you were on the car?
No, but this is from the 90s. When I don't know whatever happened to that one, but this one is about 30 something years old. It's from the early 90s.
And just for the record, I don't have a shirt this bright. This is actually skin tight, and it's one of my wife's.
That's something you really should have kept to yourself.
Yeah.
Right,
Now
but,
Art likes to borrow blouses from his wife.
but where I'm going is like the 80s was pretty gay, so that's where I'm going.
The 80s were not gay, bro. They were awesome.
They were your decade, so they weren't gay for you. But
This is the brightest shirt I have.
Well, I
but
never
it's
said they weren't
Syracuse
gay for me. I
orange
never
shirt,
said that.
Yeah. Is that
Wait a minute. Is that from your high school?
No, it's the Syracuse Orangemen, the Syracuse College.
Oh, okay.
I
That
have all
picture
my
of you with your car, Andy, was that in Syracuse?
No, I didn't grow up in Syracuse. I'm from Maryland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my wife's from Syracuse.
Gotcha.
Nope, I grew up right outside of D.C.
And he
Washington,
met
D.C.
her in Florida too.
What's that?
Yeah, how did you guys?
I said you met her in Florida as well.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
Debbie hit on me. I got to tell. That's a story for another day.
That's
all right.
cool.
That was fun when we had the Mrs. Bros on that time.
Yeah.
That was a good. That was like Valentine's Day, like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
This is a big hair picture. I can't really see it. This
Hang
is
on.
my wife.
full screen.
Yeah, hang on. I'll put him full screen.
Yeah. And
There you go.
just angle it to
It's you, buddy.
there you go.
You, bud.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
How long you been married now, Art?
30 years.
Look how cute.
You got married in 95 or?
Probably 95, 96. I don't remember the
You
actual.
don't know you don't remember your.
Boy, I really hope she's not watching.
Yeah, really.
No, we're not like that. One year we actually forgot our anniversary, so we're mad.
Well, I got married
Really?
in '95, so it'll be 30 years in October. So
I can't. So what are we all doing for your anniversary, bro?
that's a good question.
Yeah, what are we all doing?
I got time to figure it out.
I'll be working.
That's right. I'm working.
I'm quite the romantic.
You are.
Our 40th is in November.
Yeah.
Wow, that
God
is.
bless you guys. God bless.
Yeah. So
we're all very
gonna.
blessed men, aren't we? We really are.
Oh,
Isn't it early November or no?
No,
Okay.
November 23rd.
Oh, so it's almost a month because mine's October 28th. So look at that. You got married basically 10 years before me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So you didn't meet her like locally at all. You met her the first time in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What are the chances? What are the odds?
Yeah. And then once we got married, I set up an apartment in New Jersey where I was living, and she moved in there with me. And we were there for about 2 years, and then we moved to Buffalo, where she was from. And the intent was always to move back to Florida, but we couldn't afford to do that. So we went to Buffalo, where it was cheaper than living in New Jersey. And then we had just ended up putting roots down in here. Once we had kids, then it was like, now they're born and raised here, so I never did get back there.
So the roots, how long you been in that house? Because I remember you told me it was paid off and you've been there for a while, right?
We built this house in '93.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
If that all that Batman money, right there, bro?
Yeah, this was Bane money, Nightfall money.
The house that Bane built.
That's what I used to call it. The house that
really?
Bane built. Yeah.
We got a $2 super chat from Mrs. Stipp. Thank you, honey. Yay, do a Mrs. Bros night soon. Let's do it with spring in the air. We'd have to wait around for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do one. Let's do one in a few weeks. For sure.
The cool thing is we all married pretty cool women and they all understand this industry. And I'll tell you right now, that is major because this is a tough way to make a living.
Yeah, just ask them.
Yeah, Andy Smith. Andy, would you like to be I put in for the comic book couples panel, which is basically what's it like living with comic book people, and Helen works with you, right? Doesn't she to some degree?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well,
what are you talking about? For what show? Heroes?
At the San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, it's San Diego. Oh no, she would never. No, she would, even if she did, she would never get up on stage. No, she wouldn't do that.
All right. Yeah, because it's me, Debbie, Jimmy, Amanda, Terry Moore and his wife Robin, Brian Polito and Francisca, and Jeff Smith and Vijay. But Jeff and Vijay aren't coming this year. So I just thought, man, it's like living with us nuts. And these women like our wives are these like brilliant women, And the last thing they ever thought is that they'd be in the comic book industry. Except for Amanda, of course.
It's cool because one of the first conversations, strolling the beach with my wife, the conversation was Three Stooges, comic books, Fantastic Four specifically was her favorite, and then Rick James, Super Free.
Wow.
How do you not stay with a person like that?
One of the first conversations I had was Three Stooges also, because when I walked up to her in that nightclub, I was wearing one of those skinny ties, silk ties. I still have it with the Three Stooges on it.
On that 1-inch tie, that half.
Yeah, it's the head of each one of the guys going down it. It was a white silk tie with their faces on it.
So all of them, not just the main three that people know.
Oh no, it was just Curly, Larry, and Mo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, great show, guys. Thank you all so much. Graham Nolan, next week is your bros.
It is.
I don't know if you know what you want to do yet.
Nope.
Yeah. So, but we have we all have campaigns that are currently live, right? Or it's
demand.
Demand. Yep. Yeah. And they're all in the description. The link is in the main description. Please follow your favorite bros. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Me and Niall Scala's the Pop XP. Same thing with the other bros. Support our books. We're working our butts off to keep to entertain you guys. And we got one last super chat. Thank you, Agent Cub, for $2. Did your wives collect comics? Absolutely not.
No.
My wife did. My wife read comics when she was a kid.
Mine
Not
did too.
mine.
She read Archie and that kind of stuff, but
Nope.
And she read Superman. Well, she read all that stuff too, little Lulu and all those things. But she did read the Marvel and DC stuff. So she liked the Fantastic Four and she liked Superman.
Excellent.
Right.
And Art of Roy, the world's greatest serial killer. He had in 91. He was nearing 200 bodies, and he racked up another 125 4 years later. So God bless you.
Congratulations.
If you need someone put in a box, you know who to call. Guys, thank you for a great show. This is a lot of fun. Thank you all for supporting us. And we're going to go out with our new outro music.
Yeah, check this out.
So let's do that badassery. And love you guys. And we'll talk to you all soon. Where the hell
See you next week.
Next week.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Boom.